In the Katy area, tonight, 3 children have lost their mother to an act of violence.
She was killed in a drive-by shooting.
I heard like boom, boom, boom. I told my husband, did you hear that? He's like, they sounded like gunshots. A few minutes later, we heard like a car or a truck like speed off.
Just before 8 a.m. on April 25th, Harris County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to a home in the 3000 block of Winchester Ranch Trail in the Morton Ranch Creek subdivision for reports of a woman being shot. Upon arrival, they would find an unresponsive woman suffering from gunshot wounds.
A drive-by shooting in Katy left a mother of 3 dead in her home. Now, it all happened last night around 11 p.m.
But Harris County Sheriff's investigators say one of her kids only found her body this morning.
The victim was identified as 46-year-old Kimberly Lewis, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene. Kimberly was an entrepreneur and owner of the KDL brand and the Styles of Versatility hair salon.
Hello and Happy New Year to you all. Styles of Versatility has truly been blessed by your presence. It has appreciated all those who have sown into SOV throughout 2018. But I look forward to so much more in 2019. Supernatural expansion is on the horizon, and I thank God that I'm able to share with you. Look forward to seeing you this year. Look forward to meeting more, expanding. Thank God for you. Have a great one. Be blessed and be safe.
An investigation into the case revealed that the shooting happened around 11 p.m. the night before on Winchester Ranch Trail near Morton Ranch Road, but it wasn't until the very next morning that her 19-year-old son would locate her body in an upstairs bedroom of the home and immediately call 911. Her 11-year-old twins were also home at the time of the shooting. Nearby Ring camera footage shows a dark-colored car speeding along the street where the shooting took place. One neighbor said the vehicle stopped in front of his home before someone got out and ran towards Kimberly's home, indicative of the fact that this may have been a targeted hit. He said the person fired shots and then ran back to the car and sped off. Crime scene investigators located several shell casings outside of the home, indicating the shots were fired from outside and were all concentrated on the upstairs bedroom where Kimberly's body was located. Detectives believe Kimberly may have heard something outside and got up to look out the window, at which point she was fatally shot.
So this is a fairly new subdivision, and this tragedy has shaken many residents. It's unclear why this home behind me was targeted, but detectives are hoping surveillance footage may help capture the people responsible. Around 11 o'clock last night, a homeowner's Ring camera in the Long Lake subdivision on Winchester Ranch Trail captured this. Someone fired multiple gunshots into an upstairs bedroom, killing a 46-year-old mother.
We believe she was in bed at some point. We think that maybe when she may have heard something outside and got up to look out the window, and that's probably when she may have been shot.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office says the mother's 19-year-old son found her this morning and called 911.
At this point, we don't know what the delay is. That's still under investigation.
Her 11-year-old twin sons were also home when the shooting happened.
It's very tragic, you know what I'm saying, because it's just senseless.
As investigators collected evidence from the scene, family members prayed and hugged each other. Many neighbors knew the victim and her kids.
He's around here with my daughter all the time. They always just hanging out in the garage, just chilling.
I actually spoke with her a couple of times. You know, she was really sweet and nice.
On the Ring camera video, you can hear the door close before the car speeds off. Residents are hoping authorities find the people responsible.
That was something horrible they did, you know.
As of right now, police have no leads in the case or possible motives. HSCO, along with family and friends, are pleading with the public to come forward with any information leading to an arrest. The case remains ongoing.
My name is Sergeant Sidney Miller, S-I-D-N-E-Y, Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R. I'm a Harris County Sheriff's Office admin sergeant of the homicide unit. So shortly before 8 o'clock this morning, Harris County deputies were dispatched to an in-progress call in the 3000 block of Westchester Ranch Trail. On arrival, they found a 46-year-old female shot inside the home. The call originally came in as a reported drive-by shooting. Also inside the home was a 19-year-old and two juvenile twins. They were unharmed, not injured. However, the 46-year-old had been shot and apparently found deceased at the scene. Right now, what we know is that from the canvas that we learned that apparently sometime last night around 11 o'clock, people reported hearing gunshots in a car speeding off. That car was described as a dark-colored vehicle. Right now, we're canvassing the neighborhood for surveillance video, talking to witnesses, and trying to get some additional information to aid with the investigation. So at this point, we have no suspect information, and confirmed identification of the vehicle that was seen fleeing.
Is this confirmed to be a drive-by shooting?
Yes, sir.
So the shooting happened last night around 11, but the murder victim wasn't found until this morning at 8 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
Explain that?
Yes, sir. So what we know is that the 19-year-old discovered his mother sometime this morning, and he was the one that called it in.
Do we know what the delay is? Why they didn't call?
At this point, we don't know what the delay is. That's still under investigation. So we're still looking into that.
What does it appear? Can you tell if she's just walking around the house? Is she in bed? Tell us about that.
At this point, we believe she was in bed at some point. We think that maybe when she may have heard something outside and got up to look out the window, and that's probably when she may have been shot, but we hadn't confirmed that at this point.
She's the mother of the three children?
She is the mother of a 19-year-old and two twins that are 11 years old. 11.
Can you tell us approximately how many shots were fired, and were they all concentrated on that room, or did they spread?
There were multiple shots fired. There were casings outside indicating the shots were fired from outside, and they were all concentrated on an upstairs bedroom.
Any ideas, sir, that the people that came to her shooting, would they maybe know each other or something like that?
At this point, that's still under investigation.
So until you figure out details of this car, it's going to be, you think it might be difficult to figure out what happened here or who's responsible for this, or did you have any ideas of who may have done this?
Well, we're going to do the typical, canvas, get surveillance video, maybe try to get an identification on the car, and hopefully hone in on the car in terms of a good description so we can start there in terms of leads.
In speaking with the 19-year-old, do you have any indication that maybe this 19-year-old, was he able to give you any names of possible suspects or anybody he may have had an ongoing argument with?
At this point, no, we don't know.
All right. Any updates on it now?
You guys good?
Yeah.
All right.
43-year-old adult female?
46.
46. What's the race on this person?
Black female.
Black female.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, guys.